What is up, everybody? It is your boy Get the Games come back to you with another video on Wuthering Waves. And we're just gonna play this update and see how it goes.
Long time no see, Raguna. Can you smell that? Sweet old Margarita's restaurant. Come on! Let's go stuff our faces already.
Let's take care of important matters first. You'll eat well soon. I promise.
Yeah, I know.
At least now we know it's called a civilization capsule. It probably holds key legacy data left behind by the Sentinel.
Like some ancient data recorder, right? But Tethys said to unlock it, we'll need the Leviathan's power. If it's really from the Sentinel, why do we need the Threnodian's power for that?
Maybe because they fused together.
Oh, well, guess that's why we need to find Cardathea. The Black Shore is warned that the water... And you know, something feels off in the city, too. It's not as cheerful as when we left it. Yeah, and they just threw a huge carnival not long ago, too.
Amid howling winds.
Look! Over there! Isn't that Brant and Rachia? What?
Hoist the sails, O humanity! You stand on the precipice. Now is the hour to decide your fate, to plant the seed of your highest hope, and watch it bloom into tomorrow.
Captain, why do you burn alone in your own flame?
If you do not first become ashes, how will you rebuild? Embrace your fire. Embrace your grief. Go into your solitude. I love those who dare to create, who strive to transcend. For in doing so, their old selves are destroyed. Yes, so they might reach the shores of a new life.
To journey onward is perilous. To stand still is perilous. To look now, I begin to understand what truly makes a hero great. It is to stand before humanity.
Oh, how I love those whose soul... Should you stand alone, suffering in the endless dark?
Life is but a walking shadow. A poor player who struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by fools, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Where am I? That was Christophora's voice just now. Is this another one of his illusions?
Amid the endless cycle of surging tides, she plunges into fate's swirling maelstrom once more. Soon she will wear a new crown, one ordained by fate, never to be defied. Her fate was written long ago. What remains is but a fleeting moment of stolen peace. What you see before you is fate itself. And now, with every step you take, you stir the tides into motion. Is it fate that rules over man, or man who commands fate? I await your answer to this question.
Not sure why it keeps doing little stutters every here now and then. Maybe because it's a fresh update, not sure. All of my graphics settings, just in case though after this.
Is this place? Through me, walk the path of glorious ascension. Through me, enter the city of eternal bliss. All who enter must first forsake all hope. These tacit discords, why aren't they attacking?
Harbinger, open the gates of paradise for us.
You'd better leave. This place isn't leading to any salvation. Leviathan, I will deliver you her death.
Rover! Rover?
We could try this. Nightmare Awakener.
You're finally awake! One second I'm fine, the next, my head's spinning. And you're face down on the...
But yeah, some of the graphics, that's
fine.
too bright.
What I saw, though.
Sounds like the same thing happening to the people. From what I've heard, many Raganesi have been having peculiar dreams lately. The details vary, but they all end the same way. And it's not just in Dreamland either. Rover, I'm not sure if you've heard, but there have been strange rumors appearing across Renacita lately. Even in Septimont, folks claim they've seen tacit discords not of this land in the wilds, or the ghosts of their ancestors.
Thanks to all these oddities, the mood in Ragoona has gone sour. The troupe performed today because Brant thought a new play to lighten the mood might give...
But here's the odd part. Only Renacitans seem to be having these dreams. Visitors are spared. The same should be true of you.
Well, not Brant or me, but someone in the troupe has. They said they dreamed of sinking into an enormous black ocean.
The tacit discords in the stormy sea have been more restless lately. And the siren songs? Well, they've started sounding an awful lot like the Order's hymns. We'll keep gathering intel on our end. Might be worth asking around the city to... Rinasida's tides don't lie. Watch your...
What were those tacit discords whispering about? The gates of paradise? And the word harbinger? Could they mean the harbinger of the dark tide? The only harbinger of the dark tide is Fenrico. But he should still be sealing the dark tide at the orders for Bricatorium. That figure I saw in Cardathia's murder. I came back to find her, so I should look for her first. She might know what's at the root of all this.
Alright, so first of all, let's get this graphics situation fixed. Yeah, eye comfort sounds better. Alright. I'm making it a little bit better. Because they haven't really changed it to where that blinds you, which isn't cool. Yeah, it looks a bit different. Okay. Yeah, there's no dialogue here, I'll just skip it. And why is there no dialogue? That's all optional, hold on.
One with the sounds. Is that Cantarella up ahead?
Every stutter is definitely from the new update. What I've seen.
Rover, what brings...
Something's come up. I need Cardathia's help to deal with it. Did something unusual happen here?
I've only just arrived. For now, everything appears to be in order. I didn't come because of any disturbance. There are matters I, too, need to discuss with Cartathea.
Cantarella?
How could this happen?
That woman.
Leviathan, I will deliver you her death.
Why does this scene match what I saw in that dreamland? Her tacit mark. Look, it's flickering. Cantarella, she's...
No. Something's wrong. It's strange. I can't sense any frequency from her, and yet... she is still resonating with something.
A resonator's frequency is usually gone when they die, right? This doesn't make any sense.
There's something even stranger. Spent casings. These traces.
You bet they are. I'd know that stench anywhere. And I caught the same frequency on that freak who jumped out earlier.
There's something even stranger. Cardathia had her sword in hand. With her strength, how could she fall to an intruder like that? And it doesn't look like she even tried to resist.
The Sword of Divinity, sealed with a portion of the Sentinel's power. Could what we're seeing be a result of that power of separation being awakened?
There's something even stranger. The inverted tower itself is a sealed Sonoro. Only the Vesalias know it exists. So how did she find it? And she broke through the stained glass from the outside. Physically, not by tearing through the Sonorosphere. But Cardathia has complete control over the tower. If someone had intruded, would she really not have noticed? There's something even stranger. Cantarella, you never did get to say what brought you here.
Cartathea reached out to me with an urgent matter to discuss. She gave no details, only insisting that I come at once. With the strange phenomena stirring across Raguna, I feared it might be linked to the Dark Tide, or Leviathan.
Was what I saw really just an illusion? I saw this. Her death. Exactly as it's happening now. That woman. She was using Dark Tide energy. Could she be another Harbinger? Whatever the case, we need to find the one who did this. I want answers.
Leave Cartathea to me. I'll bring her back to the Phasalia estate and keep her safe. The rest, I entrust to you.
This nose, I could track the Dark Tide blindfolded. That's weird. The trail ends here, but... my head's starting to spin again.
It's the Dark Tide's energy messing with you again. You can rest. I'll search the area. Abby. Asleep already. That drowsiness should have worn off by now. Another side effect of the dark tide? Since leaving the inverted tower, Raguna's sky, what happened to it?
Spear of glory! Pierce through! Slipped away again. By this spear, I vow to protect my allies and crush the hearts of the...
Avidius? What are you doing?
What any gladiator of Septimont is born... But you, Your Grace. You vanished without a word. What brings you back in such a hurry?
No. I'm tracking someone else.
Silver hair and violet eyes, cloaked in cursed shadow-lit flame.
Discord Slayer.
Yes, she's on my radar. I suspect the recent tacit discord outbreak in Raguna City is tied to her presence. Your Grace hasn't heard. It struck not long ago. I had gone there in search of the Quill Bearer. While gathering information, the city was suddenly overrun. To be precise, they looked more like spawn of the Dark Tide. The outbreak has since been contained, but the Genesis Nexus was damaged. Without it, common echoes can't be used, and Raguna is no longer secure. The Montellis and the Order agreed to evacuate all civilians to Averado Vault, where private echoes can still be deployed. It's the only way to protect them.
A TD outbreak. Right after I left. But while I was there, I didn't even sense a ripple.
The Thundering Mephis has fled!
Thank you for your help, Gladiator! Averado Vault isn't far from here. We can handle the rest of the journey.
Now, about the Discord Slayer you seek. She may call herself that, but witnesses have seen her alongside swarms of Tacet Discords, leading them like troops into battle. What's more, many have confirmed that the unrest across Raguna coincides exactly with her appearances. I even crossed paths with her on the road to Raguna. I sensed a malicious frequency we both know well. The Dark Tide. Of course. Even if she didn't cause the outbreak in Raguna City, the Dark Tide is Rinasita's ancient enemy. If you're hunting her...
Do you have any leads on her whereabouts?
If I'm correct, the Thundering Mephis we encountered is also a Dark Tide creation. This frequency it left behind, we can track it, and from there draw out the Discord Slayer herself. To that end, we'll need this.
An anchor stone. You brought that all the way from Septimont?
A habit picked up on the hunt. You're no stranger to its use either, Your Grace. Looks like I'm fortunate to be hunting alongside you again.
Okay. I don't do that. Our Braylon fixes graphic issue.
Take note. Enemies ahead. Dark Tide creations. Grant them the oblivion they deserve.
hollow existence.
You mentioned you...
I grew weary of no trace of him yet. But I've learned this much. The Ragunesi know not my name. If my former existence, then perhaps here in Raguna I am free to write my own story. This matters more than finding him.
Your fate is what you want it to be. No one else could decide who you are. No one has the right to dismiss your efforts and dreams with some absurd idea of destiny.
You honor me. I hope... The anchor stone is holding strong. Let's push forward. Our destination is up ahead.
Didn't mean to fly into it, but alright.
Is that an entrance to a paradimensional tacit field? Raguna's geographical records haven't documented this. Do you feel that? That ominous energy? Huh. Very well.
What happened? Where's Avidius? We crossed inside at the same time. It's the thundering Waves.
Open the gates.
So you just battle in without thinking.
That voice. Discord Slayer. This is some crap. Another illusion.
Focus. You are an illusion. It's weaponizing your combat instincts. Steady your resolve. Do not let its whispers sway you.
Pain and hallucinations are fading. Is she helping me?
Good. See that cocoon in the center? The thundering Mephis is just there. That right there is the core of this domain. Destroy it. When the monster and this illusion will unravel together.
Hopefully this helps. The wicked will face judgment! Waves rise. Judgment strikes! The wicked will face judgment! Hopefully this helps.
Amazing.
It worked. But who are you? And what did you do to Cardathea?
Now is not the time for stories, but I'll tell you this. I'm here to kill the Harbinger of the Dark Tide.
I can't hear her voice anymore.
I could have done either one. It didn't matter to me. It was way too easy for a fight.
Rover! Are you unharmed? You vanished the moment we entered the tacit field.
I'm fine. So it's gone? Aphidius, did you see anything after we got separated?
The thundering Mephis was nowhere in sight. But I did observe a peculiar figure. I couldn't see his face clearly, but I heard him call himself Caligula. Caligula was a tyrant feared throughout Septimon's history. Notorious for his cruelty that defied reason, the world remembers him as the Mad King. Legends say he wielded a vile black resonance energy, and the worst calamities ever stirred by the Dark Tide all began with him. He didn't fight it. He embraced it, commanded its abominations, bent them to his will. In the end, the people rose against him and struck him down. But not before he left a curse. I shall become the very history and memory of Septimont, so long as fear lingers in your hearts. I shall return.
The power to command the Dark Tide's creations. Only a Harbinger could do that. That Discord Slayer said she's hunting the Harbinger to stop a greater calamity. If that's true, then everything happening across Raguna might be tied to the Harbinger. She pulled me from the illusion. If she's the... This isn't making sense.
Rover, traces the Anchor Stone is useless now.
Augusta said the Dark Tide spoke to her, and my telepathic ability should give...
Telepathy? I don't want to see another tragedy like what befell.
We're falling behind. I'm not letting any lead. I can't see anything. Focus.
Okay, everybody listen. Don't panic. Take the lift. It will bring you to safety.
The prototype echoes in the depositories.
Those voices. Zani and Carlotta? They're in Alvarado Vault. The Dark Tide creations could be appearing there.
It's currently sheltering a large number.
Let's not waste time.
Zani, status of the evacuation.
80% of Raguna's residents have been relocated. But the troop of fools hit a storm while ferrying people from the Riccioli Islands.
Trust them to see...
Miss Carlotta, we've cleared the depositories as ordered, ready to receive incoming supplies.
Good. Renacita's greatest treasure has always been the people who built it. The next Cloudpather Express is due at any moment. Be ready to...
Understood, ma'am.
Rover! If you mean the incident in Raguna, you've likely already heard. A horde of Tacit Discords has overrun the city, and...
Evacuation here is still on track. No one knows. Your assistance is appreciated, Seravidius.
I am simply fulfilling...
Strange. I clearly sensed the Dark Tide's presence around here.
Gunfire! We...
These Tidespawn, they've evolved fast. Mutation? Or... And sure enough.
Entering a restricted zone armed without triggering a single alarm.
be careful. Her abilities...
All this by her hand.
Fiction and reality are starting to blur. Don't put your fate in appearances. That is what they really are.
The Dark Tide can corrupt, and you carry its power. What proof do we have this isn't your doing?
You don't. Believe whatever you want.
By the sacred statues of the divinity, evil shall know no peace. Only the righteous may taste eternity. Wickedness shall be purged by the blade, and those who consort with calamity shall fall. Galbrenna, demon wrought from ruin, you are not welcome here.
Fenrico? What?
You have slaughtered my flock and ushered in ruin. The Sentinel's wrath is already upon you. I will cast you back into... You should be howling in the Styx depths, your soul
If you're offering me a shortcut back to hell, I'd honestly appreciate the favor.
Your heart holds no reverence for the divine. Only demon, your sins are ripe for judgment. By the highest will's command, I shall strike down all that you have wrought. Justice shall be done.
She could have dodged that. But she took the hit to shield the civilian. And Fenrico. He knew innocents were here.
Righteous one, I come to cleanse Rinascita of a Rinascita teeters on the edge of collapse. The path to deliverance lies within the civilization capsule. Entrust it to me.
Unless you're not Fenrico.
Bloodshed cannot be avoided. My goal is pure, singular. All I've done so Rinascita survives the divine reckoning and rises as a land free from sorrow. No understanding is needed, only faith. Hand over the civilization capsule.
So, the civilization capsule is your goal after all. Lost your patience, have you?
Death is the fruit of transgression.
You and your divinity cannot end me! And these dark tide shams. Today, you face your reckoning.
I am the enlightened one, anointed by the divinity.
Ah, so you're the core of these abominations. Took long enough to hunt you down. Still pretending that mask isn't cracked.
Mocked by fate, whispering poison, a demon reviled by all. You wield.
It's too bad I'm not the one judging. If the Dark Tide's power isn't enough to convince, how about we try this? The envoys declare the guilt, but Imperator is the only true judge. By the light of Imperator, repent!
It's the light of Genesis.
Looks like the judgment is clear. These hollow existences don't need your mercy. Protect the civilization capsule. That's what they're really after.
How were they able to disguise themselves as humans? I've never heard of any possessing such ability.
Their fangs are bare them. Don't hesitate. Let's end them all.
The one mimicking the Primus is the heart. Take it down, and the rest will collapse with it.
It's calling in more of them. We'll need to clear the rubble while waiting for our shot.
That which cometh from the sea shall walk upon the land. It shall work great wonders and mark the flesh of its faithful. All who have ears to hear, let them hear.
Hopefully this has a moment of resonance.
My compliments. Surrender. Still recognize me? The world is mine. Masterpiece complete. Still recognize me?
received the blessing of my master. Serve your true divinity.
I shall never back down! Rover, now!
Another dimension. Within the civilization capsule.
Permissions detected, Arbiter. First instance initiated. All probabilistic futures now revealed. Outcome verified. Blueprint compiled. Advancing to Phase 2. Arbiter, this moment was always foreseen. Arbiter, I grieve to say, time in this. When I merged with Leviathan, I knew not the fullness of its design. It records the origin and birth of the Rinnersea. Once we draft Arbiter, he. In the beginning, life rose and fell with the tide. The displaced and wandering did follow my guidance. They journeyed unto the archipelago. There, I did leave knowledge and technology, that they might walk the path to freedom.
Your light blesses us.
We follow your will.
To build our republic. Unity became the bedrock of civilization. But Leviathan seized upon mankind's longing for unity to manifest civilization's shadow. It spoke in my name, wrought false miracles, forged hollow grace, feeding on stagnant, obedient minds.
We are blessed by the sea. By you, we are unified. By you, we are born. From the sea we came, and to the sea we shall return.
From the founding of civilization, it had invaded their spirit and beliefs. I rose against it, only to unleash the dark tide. It scarred Rinnersea beyond measure. I began to question all I had done. The Threnodian did steer Rinnersea's fate. And I too once guided Rinnersea's course. In truth, we were no different. We both sought to mold civilization after our own will. Those who truly walked the land were never granted the right to choose. Civilizations abound with Threnodians. No eternal solution doth exist. people can decide where their future must lead. What followed, thou already knowest. Once I did seek thy counsel. Thou granted me the freedom.
I just have one question.
When Leviathan and I were one, I split a sliver of it. The capsule was ever...
What if...
If that came to pass. But if she standeth with humanity, Leviathan was born even at civilization. The opening of the cap with the Renacetan's arbiter. The hour of farewell, when the shadows of the soul are at last dispelled. Renacita shall welcome a true dawn, and humanity shall have a future beyond any I could foresee.
The true faithful believed in Imperator. So too did Imperator believe in humanity.
You killed the Blessed Maiden before my eyes. Raguna's disasters are tied to your actions. Now, tell me what I need to know.
If I told you I acted to save Cartethia, would you believe me? This place is protected by Imperator. For now, Leviathan can't hear us. This is for you.
Righteous One, trust her. And trust me. Everything we've done is to defeat Leviathan.
That is her frequency.
I need you to accept this. Cartethia is dead, but she may still return. For that to happen, we need to kill Leviathan.
Kill Leviathan? Didn't she absorb it when they merged?
Now, Leviathan is on the verge of rebirth. It stole some of the Sentinel's power. During your battle with the Blessed Maiden, it split off a trace of its frequency and hid it in a gem. That gem ended up in the Fraxidus' hands. Their whole play in Renacita. Use it to bring back Leviathan.
So the Fraxidus has been incubating the Thenodian.
Perhaps longer than we can imagine. Even your clash with Cartethia may have been scripted. A setup to give Leviathan a shot at...
You know about that?
Think of me as what I am. An Avenger hunting Leviathan. As for the next Harbinger of the Dark Tide has surfaced. Until we can find him or her, we keep this quiet to avoid the worst-case scenario. Our first priority is to find them. If we don't, the Dark Tide can overwhelm Raguna again at any moment.
You're saying this Harbinger is behind all the Dark Tide creations we're seeing?
Not all. The Harbinger resonates with Renacita's darkest emotions. Those emotions act as anchors, pulling horror. If the emotion is strong enough and the Harbinger is near, those things evolve. They feed off the Harb. You've noticed it. The Tidespawn in Raguna are starting to mimic us. Which means... Exactly. I've always hunted the Dark Tide's creations. Each one shares slivers of thought and memory. I kill them, and I take what they know. They've been watching you. They want the civilization capsule. So, I followed you. Tracked your movements. Figured if I stayed close, sooner or later I'd find the Tidespawn's core. Maybe even the Harbinger. The capsule only unlocks with both the Sentinel and Trinodian's power. And it opened the moment you and that gladiator touched it. So...
You think it's Avidius. But you carry the Dark Tide's power too.
Caution is a virtue in a hunter. You're right. The dark tide is in me. But Leviathan stopped counting me among the living a long time ago. And this power, it's mine. Who I turn it against is my choice. You're welcome to try and stop me. But me? I'm not stopping this hunt anytime soon. When calamity strikes, I trust you'll know exactly where to point your blade. Good. Then hunt with me. Until we give Leviathan a death worth talking about. Loud, messy, unforgettable. The Sentinel's frequency is gone. I guess the time for talking is over. Leviathan's power is spreading, and
These things, they're all tide spawn.
The civilization capsule was painted by the Dark Tide. That's how I got in. Followed the corruption straight through.
So you can enter the dark tide. No wonder we couldn't find you.
Yes, but the frequencies there are chaotic. I locked onto yours and followed it through the storm. You have access to core data. But Ovidius, he might have been... The exit is at the end of this wind trail. Stay on it! The collapse is accelerating. Our way out is closing fast. Faster! We're almost there!
Rover! Good. Looks like you haven't run into too much trouble. It hasn't been long since you disappeared into the rift. Once that...
That was the last one. With the family's private Echo Arsenal backing us up, we held the line just fine.
Surely you didn't think we'd fall apart without you? We Aragonese are made of sterner stuff than that. We handled those creatures just fine.
This Phalian Beringal. When the core was destroyed, the other Tidespawn lost their form. For now, the vault is secure. At least. I'd set up order terminals around the perimeter, though. They'll detect humanoid mimics and prevent new Tidespawn from forming here.
Might I ask?
Where's that gladiator from Septimont?
Seravidius made it out of the rift before you. But he didn't look great. Kept muttering about needing to stop the crisis. Then off he went, like a man on fire.
Give me your hand. I left a mark on Ovidius during our fight earlier. With Baelor's power, I can tap into his sight. We'll find his trail.
I must move quickly. Silence, you maddening whispers! No.
I'll be damned before I accept a fate like that. There must be something left I can I won't let the same tragedy happen twice.
He's headed for Thessalio Fells.
We've lost contact with Cantarella. The beacon on her end appears to have been destroyed.
Dark clouds are gathering over Thessalio Fells. Something is definitely wrong.
Very well. We'll hold the line. Zani, call in the family's transport echoes. We'll assist.
Don't complicate things. Put those echoes towards supply runs instead. Stay close. We're taking the...
Manipulating the air to form a wind trail. Is that your resonance ability?
One of them. I have the Tacit Discord Harpia within me.
Not an echo, but a tacit discord itself. So you can absorb them directly.
You can say that. Balor is one of many.
One of many. Now I'm really curious about you and your abilities.
If we live through this, maybe I'll tell you. But right now...
We need to find the Harbinger. Do you know how we can identify them?
First things first, they'll be corrupted by the Dark Tide. But the signs aren't always so visible. We'll have to look for associated side effects, and prepare for what they might bring. We've entered Thessalio Fells. I can already sense the tide spawn up ahead.
This is a relaxing part of the game. I don't got my hands on the keyboard for this.
That's a Thessalia member. We need to help him. Leave it to me.
Ah, it's Rover. It's the Sentinel.
What happened here?
Dark Tide creation swarmed without warning. We were overrun before we could...
Move aside. We'll clean up. Painted hellfire!
Thank you. Lady Cantarella is still on the front lines fighting. Would you please help to reinforce her position?
It's too late, my lady. My mind can't be fixed. Save your potions for those who still have hope. I only beg. Don't let me die a monster. Don't let me become Leviathan's puppet. I see it. The end times. Paradise. Descending at last.
Rover. She is. Why are you with her?
The Physalia bloodline's ties with Leviathan run too deep. Their ancient fears were the first to be awakened. This is the true horror of the evolved Dark Tide. It feeds on human despair, warping that frequency to form Tidespawn. Your family's antidote can still cure those lightly infected. But for those whose corruption runs deep, like him, their frequencies cannot be reversed. All we can offer is the dignity of dying as a human.
My lady, don't let me burden those who still have hope.
Matriarch of Physalia, I understand the cruelty of such a choice. If you cannot strike the final blow, allow me.
Physalia blood must be ended by Physalia hands.
Thank you. May glory return to the Physalians.
The dead rest. The living march forward. The Physalia will never forget its fallen sons and daughters. Cartathea remains secure in the Physalia estate. But the divinity's statue began whispering in our minds. Then came the Tidespawn soon after. It was Leviathan's voice. Something has awakened it.
It's very likely, Avidius. Right now, everything is riding on us finding him.
That Septimontian gladiator. Our scouts saw him advancing into the depths of Thessalio Fells.
Lady Cantarella! Rover! Reinforcements have arrived! Thessalio Fells. It's already... Attention! Deploy all acolytes to set up temporary resonance beacons. Scattering the light of Genesis will hold back the Tidespawn.
Acolyte Phoebe! A cluster of Tidespawn is marching towards the depths of...
Rover, Avidius is our mission.
I'll use my forte to diffuse the family's antidote. It should help to mitigate the Dark Tide's influence.
We'll triage the wounded and fortify this position. The Order's acolytes will clear a path for you.
Whether the Sentinel comes or not, we are their will made flesh. We protect Rinasita.
O light of Genesis, shield us. As we were at the dawn, so we stand today as the Sentinel soldiers.
The Order's acolytes are holding off the other Tidespawn. This is our chance to go straight for the source.
It's you. Forgive me that you have to see me like this. When the civilization capsule opened, I was dragged inside. A black frequency took hold of me, swallowed me whole. I saw Rinasita's beginnings and the memories of so many of its people. I saw him too. Caligula. His face was like mine. He was my past and the future I am meant to inherit.
Leviathan used the Dark Tide's frequency to force those memories into him.
Yes, I once said, but after I left that space, I suddenly felt the Tidespawn's movements. They were converging on Thessalia. But once again, I stepped blindly into the churning river of chaos. The Thessalia's oldest memories awoke ahead of time. Because of me, countless Tidespawn emerged in my wake. I tried to drive them back, but I overestimated myself and was corrupted by them. My hopes and dreams, all of it was real, so why? Why did it all come to this? From Septimont to Raguna, the blame lies with me. Perhaps this is the fate I could never outrun. Caligula's fate. It's calling to me.
Damn it. His mind is being consumed.
This is the role fate wrote for me. Fate decrees I become the Mad King. So why? Why should I reject its crown? I am the one who glimpsed fate itself. And now... But who can truly know the might of fate? That is why I will become it. I will wear its face. That foolish divine mask no mortal can comprehend. I am the king. Bearer of extraordinary power, risen from the dark tides. I shall quiet the waters and still the tempest. I shall be crowned in glory.
Avidius.
Unwritten one, I have no need for your pity. From the deepest dark, I rise against your purest light. Let us see which is worthy of a true ruler.
If you believe he was once an honorable gladiator, then fight him. Make him remember who he truly is.
I can write my own fate and rewrite theirs. I can quench their hunger or ignite their fury. I will tear down this wretched, false world and ride the only truth that endures for eternity. Death.
Hopefully this helps.
Annihilation!
Wind howls.
Unfettered by bounds!
The wicked
will face
You can't
judgment.
escape me. By my trigger. Enter Hell's Gate!
Scorched to
Till my last breath.
This hunt shall never end.
Wind rises!
Hopefully this helps.
I once scorned the weakness of others. Now I see. My own heart trembles just the same. How pitiful.
His attacks are slowing.
His will is stirring within the dark tide. Don't let up! Your memories, your emotions, they weren't all lies. Reach for them. Find what was your truth. Just a scratch.
No time.
Wind calls, waves follow. The wicked will face judgment. Annihilation!
Gotcha. Behave now. Explode.
To hell with you!
My last breath.
This hunt
Wind howls. Unfettered by bounds!
shall never end.
Hopefully this helps.
Speak of the devil.
Avidius. Remember who you are. Remember the man you wanted to become.
I am human. Not
Phidias, remember who you are. Remember the man you wanted to become.
Fate lies within the dark tide. No one escapes the melting past. Wield the dark tide's power, and it will consume you in combat.
I am nothing like you.
How do you plan to resist us?
There must be a way. That girl. Was she devoured by the tide too? Wait! If you keep going, the dark tide will swallow you completely!
I know. The dark tide devours everything. Assimilates everything. If I can't escape it, then I'll use it. It's already flowing inside of me. So why can't I turn it against them? Why can't I be the one who devours them? These false frequencies need me to survive. If this, then I'll show it who's the real boss. Fate. It may be loud, but I don't think it's that strong. I don't believe in it.
A memory left behind in the dark tide. She's right. In this war against fate, I still have a mood. I want it to be a story that gives people hope. By my spear, I vow to protect my allies and crush the hearts of the evil. I will absorb all of the tide spawn. Kill me and the calamity ends here. Phidias! There's no time! Discord Slayer, I saw your past in the tide. I know what you seek to do. Take my power and finish it. That too is my wish.
I promise I will. Give me all your bitterness. We will make them pay.
Pathetic as he was, in his final moments, he outran his fate. Now, why greet our reunion with animosity? Before the tides of fate, we are all but players on a stage. A truly moving scene. A pitiful, doomed soul struggling to reclaim his fate in the final hour. Alas, his script was written long ago. In this scene, he was always fated to exit. lie told often enough becomes the truth. Weave memory, history, experience, and you can craft a man who exists in the minds of others. But to become truly real, that path was still far off. I merely gave him form, a mask of flesh and blood, fit to walk the world. In the end, the breath that could give him life was his alone. Oh, a being born of lies, grasping for meaning in a world that offers none. Such a pursuit demands the courage to question the meaning of one's existence, yes. Did you not see? I did. His intentions, his ambitions, his darkness, his weakness. To lay a soul bare is not always an act. Humanity is fate's plaything. I simply showed them the strings. I lit the fire, the hunger that might ignite their free will. Through contradictions and conflicts, pain brings metamorphosis. Tragedy breeds transcendence. Only then may a soul rise beyond itself and touch the gates of immortality. Should you still insist on my cruelty? Well, high praise indeed. At the very least, it proves this story has stirred your pity and fervor. That alone earns you the right to read through to the final act. Go then, to Septimont. The curtain is drawing. There I shall rewrite Rinasita's fate, with the dark tide as my ink. Will you suffer in silence beneath fate's poisoned arrows? Or rise to defy this world's endless trials? I, too, await your final answer.
You brought ruin to Rinasita. You think you're just walking away?
Ah, my stage lies elsewhere. In this scene, I am but a herald. But since you're so eager, I'll leave you with one final clue. I've never had much fondness for overwrought dramatic irony. The dark tide has already tainted the civilization capsule. It no longer requires the Threnodians' authority to be opened. Just a single drop of the tide's nectar will suffice. So tell me, how could an existence born of the dark tide ever serve as its anchor of reality? Be forewarned. When dark waters recede, the truth beneath the surface shall come to light.
The harbinger of the dark tide is the anchor of reality of all tidespawn. When I was absorbing the tidespawn, I felt it. Avidius was also born.
Then, why didn't the light of Imperator reveal his true form?
Because his intentions and words were real. He may not have shone as brightly as the sun, but in walking beneath its light, he still caught its glow. And that unshakable resolve not to become a pawn of the darkness, even unto death. That created his own truth. That's why he played right into the Quillbearer's hands. A scapegoat, the perfect sacrifice to bury the truth. All his noble wishes were twisted. Such cruel irony can rot for all I care.
Avidius shouldn't have had to bear such a fate. I will carry on his fight. I'll keep writing the story he believed in. The story that gives people hope.
Yes. As he wished. We must stop the greater tragedy that's coming. Let's return to Cantarella and check on the wounded. If Avidius wasn't the Harbinger, that means we missed.
Well, actually, haven't stand up. In all reality, that fall over, but yeah.
The Tidespawn have fully retreated. The situation around Thessalio Fells is improving. Seems like the Order has already transported most of the wounded to Averado Vault. But as for the rest, the scars Leviathan left on their...
I'm so Oh, it's you! Cantarella told me stories about you. She...
But you can't save everyone.
Don't go. Don't leave. Don't abandon us.
Cardiff.
Mortals need salvation. Mortals need unity. Righteous One, open the Ascendant gates for me.
This world doesn't belong to you, Leviathan. Chimera! How are you feeling, Rover?
Stand down. I said, stand down. Fall back.
But, Lady Cantarella, we all saw it! Just now!
Enough. I told you to stand down. You've withstood the whispers before.
I'm sorry, Lady Cantarella and Rover. We lost.
Leviathan is a master at finding the crack.
Certain emotions between you and the others resonated. Your tacit mark opened a portal, pulling you into another illusion. That portal fed on your presence to spread malice and fear. But before it could fully take shape, I broke into your illusion and shut it down.
I saw Fenrico, Mia, and Cardithea. They all passed through that gate. What exactly lies beyond it?
That's the realm Leviathan created. The journeying paradise. Avidius was Cristoforo's decoy. He planted that decoy in Septimont for years. When the waters recede, the truth shall come. Rover, you are the new harbinger of the Dark Tide.
What? Make me think my game's crashing, dang.
Cantarella went inside to prepare that antidote.
Where's she going?
She should be finished now. Time to find her.
This is the family antidote, made to suppress Leviathan's spiritual corruption. Take it now. As long as we can identify the problem, there's a way to fight back. You carry the Sentinel's power within you. I've learned about Leviathan's
Leviathan needs a harbinger with enough influence to spread its gospel. You're the laureate of Raguna and the hero of heroes in Septimont. That's more than enough to be its first choice. Your path overlaps with Avidius. The Tidespawn are shaped by the Harbinger's thoughts and memories. Neither the
You once said the Harbinger had to be corrupted by the Dark Tide. But I still don't show.
I suspect the one corrupted might not be you.
The Dark Tide, huh? I ate some back at the hunting grounds. It tasted kind of funky. It made me super sleepy. Ever since then, I've been...
Abby does carry the Dark Tide's frequency.
Abby must have absorbed many other frequencies. So while the Dark Tide's frequency lay in wait, it makes sense. You two share life and energy. As the primary in this bond, your frequency has been overriding Abby's. Leviathan plant.
Rover? Did I do something wrong?
We made a call when it mattered. I asked you to absorb the Dark Tide. We couldn't have known what it would become. You didn't do anything wrong.
I see. Well, I can go hungry, if I have to. But you better not get hurt.
The real threat is Leviathan. If we want to end this for good, we kill it and
From what I know, Leviathan manifests its kingdom by flooding Renacita with the Dark Tide. That's how it turns the real world into the journeying paradise. But we've already secured Raguna and Septimont. The Fabricatorium and the hunt.
Everything you've done has slowed down. This so-called divinity is more devious than Matriarch of Physalia. You have guarded this truth for over a century. Now,
I couldn't see the truth until the Threnodian's whispers finally quieted. Only then did those ancient records, once twisted beyond recognition, begin to make sense again. Leviathan was born from the shadows in our hearts, from our longing to connect and belong. It used faith to spread a spiritual plague. All the while, it has been feeding on our pains, fear, despair, sorrow. Our ancestors believed They said the Dark Tide is that subconscious made real, an ocean of shared trauma. That's why they called Leviathan the Master of the Deep.
I heard them. All those voices in the Dark Tide.
the stronger the conflict, the deeper the emotion it stirs. That's what shapes our memories and subconscious.
Oh, jeez. There we go.
Keep moving. Stay in line and follow instructions. No dawdling. I promise. We will return soon. Well, well. Is that you, Unwritten One? So you did decide to grace us after all. Thought maybe you'd forgotten about us. Did you come straight from Raguna?
I did. Has it begun here too?
An unannounced high tide. But that no signs, no patterns. The dark tide's spawn are surfacing at random, even outside the city of Septimont. It doesn't make sense. The Earthrend Wedge is still holding back the dark tide at its depths. As for me, I'm helping out here. Someone has to stop the panic from turning into a stampede.
Traces of the dark tide are everywhere.
The tide spawn always shows up where we least expect them, and never slow down. Our warriors are stretched thin just trying to hold the lines. Even though the common echoes here don't depend on the Genesis Nexus, they're still breaking down due to the dark tide's corruption. Tide spawn dead ahead! Let's cut them down in one clean sweep!
Roars of conquest! It's always a blast fighting beside you, my fellow warrior.
Another horde inbound. They're not letting up.
They're heading straight for the anchor obelisks.
We will stop them.
Nightmare! Break asunder!
Fight by my side! With style and grace, present your offerings. Taste my resolve!
Yegon, begin. Is it just me, or have they slowed down a little?
Your Excellency, the target's in the remaining anchor obelisks now. But the gladiators guarding them, they haven't recovered from the last wave.
Leave them to me.
We split up and reinforce the rest. Stay sharp.
One with the sounds. You will obey. One with the sounds.
How is the situation there?
Just clean them up.
We've cleared our sector 2. Regrouping now.
I never thought I'd see the day. Fighting side by side with the Order of the Deep. Onward, comrades! We're not about to shave Septimont now!
I've heard of the Montelli sentry constructs, but seeing that kind of firepower up close is
Poison. Hail.
Nightmare! Break
Maybe
asunder!
the Thessalias aren't as monstrous as they say.
She's absorbing the tide spawn! What kind of power is that?
Unmatched! Undying glory! In control.
Nowhere to hide.
Now watch closely.
Finale. Rend this slumber.
Face me. The moon is full. Future. Reshape. On you go. Wane. I am the moon.
What is that in the center? An opening. Something.
The nature of the Dark Tide and Leviathan. Ha. I see where we are now.
Yo! Loud and clear, Rover? So, all available bloom bearers have arrived in Renacida. We're standing guard at Averado Vault, and Booling is already en route to reinforce Septimont. When the Threnodian blindsided us in Jinzhou, we ate some dust. But this time, the Black Shores will show the world who we really are. We've already synced intel with Raguna, and time's short, so I'll make this a quickie. We've drawn some key conclusions about the Threnodian in Renacida. The Threnodian is a shadow of civilization, formless and immortal. According to Imperator's judgment, it can't be erased entirely, only shackled. But the one you're about to face is different. The Fraxidus used the Threnodian's gem to resurrect him, and that created a crack in the shell. Tethys believes that with Imperator's power, you might be able to split the gem from the Threnodian and stop Leviathan from fully reviving. If you can extract the gem, Tethys can tap into a Sonoro's infinite expansion to lock that thing down for good. One more thing. Back in Jinzhou, Abby proved capable of absorbing the Threnodian's frequencies. This means, in theory, it could act as a temporary host for the gem. But know this, the Threnodian Leviathan is rooted deeply in the minds and souls of Renacida's people. Only they can truly face it. At Raguna's request, we've teleported some of our strongest resonators to reinforce the front lines at the Three Heroes Crest. So, leave the civilians to us. We'll keep them safe. As for combat power, I called in some insurance. Never hurts to play it safe. Don't worry, we...
Feed my blossoms, self-deceivers!
So you don't have to...
Unleash the fans.
In any case, you just focus on driving your blade straight into Leviathan's heart. We'll be Renacita's last line of defense, and we'll be right here waiting for your safe return.
That voice crack's crazy.
Not for the Black Shore's aid, we would not have arrived so swiftly, or with such peace of mind. This disaster has swept across all of Renacita. We Raganese won't cower behind Septimonte's walls, nor will we sit idle while the dark tide ravages your lands. Septimonte has long stood as the vanguard against the Tidespawn. This is your battleground. We'll follow your lead, Your Excellency. Just say the word.
Thank you for your trust. Though Septimont and Reguna have drifted apart over the years, in the face of such calamity, we stand together as one for Renacita. There is no need for formality between us. Leviathan is the source of this chaos. If the Black Shore's plan can truly seal it away, then perhaps the storm it unleashed may yet be stilled.
That Discord Slayer spoke of a connection between the Waystones. She must have meant the Anchorstone's ability to resonate and link with another. If there's another Anchorstone inside the Dark Tide, that connection could open up a path for us.
When the dark tide swallowed me, I did leave an Anchorstone behind, but how did you know that?
Not important right now. The real issue is that the anchor has been heavily corroded. To reactivate it, we'll need to purify it using the Sentinel's power.
Even if we take another Anchorstone with us, its power alone won't be enough to pierce the spatial anomaly inside the Dark Tide and open up a path.
You'll need this. A dying martyr entrusted it to me.
The first relic, infused with Imperator's pure original power. That light once drove back the darkness across Renacita.
Most of its strength was spent purging the dark tide beneath Reguna. What's left can only shield one person.
And someone will need to carry it in first, to reach the Anchorstone and reactivate it. I'll do it. As a captain, navigating through uncharted waters is second nature.
I'll go.
I know how to resist the Dark Tide's corruption.
The Phasalia family potion grants resistance, and I've endured its whispers for long enough. I know its tactics. Let me face this.
We don't even know where this Anchorstone is. Finding it may take time, and your potion might wear off before you reach it. But I still carry the Sentinel's power. I can hold out longer than anyone. I have to be the one.
This relic holds all that Primus once felt. His fury, sorrow, obsession, and resolve. I see that same resolve in you. Take it.
Lady Cantarella, how many of your family's potions remain?
You're asking if I can brew enough to carry all of us into the journeying paradise. If we're ready to face Leviathan.
So, once that anchor stone is activated, the path should be clear, right? Great! Then would you do us the honor, brilliant Lady of Potions, and get us there?
Rover, this is Rinasita's fight. It is neither your duty to shoulder it alone, nor our desire to see you do so. We will not have you face the Threnodian alone. If facing Leviathan means being corrupted by the Dark Tide, then so be it.
The priestesses foresaw this. The dark tide will erupt and engulf all of Septimont. If that is our fate, we must meet it head on.
I'll go first. I'll enter the dark tide, activate the Anchorstone's connections, and hold the path open for the rest of you.
Meanwhile, we'll hold the line at the Three Heroes Crest. The Tidespawn aren't the only threat. The Fraxtus might still have their hand to play.
Once the anchors are active, we'll take the potions and follow.
Rinasita will not falter just because a few of its leaders are gone. Its people will rise. We'll meet again in the paradise and end this together. Leviathan will fall.
Rover, we all understand the burden you carry. We are grateful. We'll continue to monitor the dark tide. When the moment comes, we'll move. Until then, prepare and rest.
That visitor from Huanglong, he must know something about Fenrico. If the lantern came from the Fabricatorium, then what's happened to the dark tides?
You're here, Harbinger of the Dark Tide.
Who are you? How do you know about this?
Choyan. The capital sent me to retrieve a fugitive and gather intel on the Thenodian's resonator. I came searching for Raguna's Blessed Maiden. Instead, I found the Primus. He was tied to the Threnodian, knew the truths of it all. But the dark tide silenced him. In his final moments, he passed this lantern to me. Said it was meant for you.
So, he's...
His ambitions and his crimes were buried in blood. But he paid the price. Gave his life to drive back the dark tide beneath Raguna's seas. That's how the relic reached your hands. Think no more on it. Think only of what's ahead. Death is a cheap way to pay for transgressions. He knew it wouldn't be enough. Listen. Every harbinger of the dark tide, Fenrico, Mia, the all met the same end. Death.
I accepted this long ago.
You've already been touched by the Dark Tide. Even the Sentinel's power cannot reverse it.
That's why we're not arguing over who goes in first. Anyone else would just suffer longer.
You've been resisting the Threnodians' corruption this whole time, suppressing your resonance ability so Tidespawn wouldn't surface. Everything you said was just to hide the truth. You're prepared to walk into death alone.
You traveled so far just to honor a dying stranger's final wish. I'll ask for just one more. For me. Please.
The Dark Tide rejects outsiders of Renacita. But you're different. I'll do what I can. I'll hold the line here. You do what must be done. When you're truly prepared to die, death doesn't come so easily.
I never act with sacrifice as a given. Not even my own.
One last thing. The magistrate of Jinzhou asked me to send her regards. The people you helped. They're still waiting for your return. Farewell.
You know, status report.
The frequency is stabilizing. If you're going in, this is your best window. Remember that stretch of chaos? If Leviathan has shaped this world through the dark... That Discord Slayer, Galbrenna, was it? She's bound to the Dark Tide. If she dared to hunt the Threnodian...
Extra words for nothing, man.
I didn't think there's actually a whole... Huh? Anyway, let me remember. Something about anchoring to the memories, feelings, and connections in the chaos. But the problem is... Yeah! Galbrenna's always like... She's there, and then whoosh! She's gone. Doesn't really say much.
In life, chaos, the hesitant, shall not return.
It's that creepy guy again.
Little lamb, your hostility pains me. I came to aid you. You wish to anchor to her. A simple task. Surely you've heard. The Dark Tide preserves memory.
Then we'll just go find them ourselves.
The flow of time here is slower than in your world. We have plenty of it. Be patient, little lamb. I shall keep watch over the outside.
Is that... Galbrenna?
I won.
Did you see that? That resonance ability. Can a chap...
She'll be a force to be reckoned with. Perhaps even rise to...
Damn it! I was so close. If it hadn't been for the difference in our resonance ability, what did you do to get that kind...
My power?
It's always been born with it. How unfair. I can't take it. I trained harder, endured...
I know. You're all stronger than me.
and all worthy opponents. Oh, but please, you should tend to your injuries now.
Are you mocking us? People like...
No! They are stronger than me. In body and in spirit. So many here are... Why? Why was I the only one gifted with this power?
For those who cannot stomach defeat, even sincerity, fate is never fair.
So, she is. Her resonance ability was bright and radiant back then. Now it feels different.
She carved a path through this underworld for you. But the true danger does not lie in shadow. It hides in the night. Leviathan toils endlessly to bring its paradise into being. So, I was right about you. Beneath that calm shell beats a heart that perhaps you have heard of the great dark tide that swept through Septimont 16 years ago.
The traces end here.
If resistance comes, let that power be your blade. A journey into the abyss allows no return. It is a path ordained. To rise, one must first learn. I remember when her resonance ability was corrupted by the dark tide.
The flames! She's Galbrenna! The flame demon!
Time is running out.
Disguise as Galbrenna. Use their fear to drive them out. But alas, this time, the true Galbrenna had come. So long as hatred burns, such frequencies shall nurture her rebirth. Run as you always do.
Chimera, give me your devouring power. If I can consume her, I can end her rebirth.
You dare bargain with me?
This is a threat. Without me, you die too.
You would not dare.
Hunt with me, or die with me. Your choice.
You know the cost.
Then before that, I'll tame you. But for now, that undying demon will fall beneath my blade! This name is now mine.
To wield this cursed fire with sanity, you will suffer considerable pain. Is it worth it?
Let's go. The hunt continues.
To consume that flame demon, she surrendered more of her frequency to me. Thus, our pact was sealed. consume. She inherits as strength.
You came.
Hope I'm not too late.
Not too late, not too early. One side each. Guardian of the Dark Tide, immortal. We meet again. I tried to clear the path for you, but that thing got in my way.
You handled all the monsters along the way by yourself.
More or less. Too many roads led here, and I couldn't be sure which one you'd take. So I wanted to make it easier, whichever way you choose. One last thing.
Does the song have a name?
They're usually named after the one who recorded them.
So, your real name is...
I'll tell you when this is all over. Call it a promise. A promise that we both make it back in one piece. If you're ready, let's go. You know how to use the Sentinel's original power, don't you? Then change the world if something gets in your way.
Why are there so many enemies here?
Leviathan's kindred. It created them itself. Nothing more than empty husks.
What should we do? Should we avoid them?
No. We slay them all.
Do you say that?
They need no mercy. Their rest awaits. Gotcha. Behave now. Timing's everything.
Shadow descends.
Bathe in flames. I'll show you.
The gates of hell!
Be gone. One with the sounds.
You can't escape me. Behave now. Rise from hellfire! Explode! The hunt ends here!
Time to go!
None shall whisper.
Speak of the devil. Behave now. The flames roar. Painted hellfire.
Devour them all!
By my trigger. Enter Hell's Gate.
Scorched to earth!
Another mortar thrown at us. Oh, bring it on. This song is about to hit the chorus.
Down with the curtain. It's over.
Some faint melodies disrupted the rhythm. Try switching worlds. Finally, we've arrived. The true gateway to hell.
Shining with hearts full of joyous loyalty, we
We're here again.
The Styx Lake. A myth once whispered in Septimont, now carved into reality by Leviathan. Those touched by the Tidespawn often begin to see things. Hallucinations. And this lake is... There. Do you see it? At the edge of this underworld. That's the journeying paradise.
That was surprisingly smooth.
I had the beholder on him the whole time. My instincts keep telling me something's off. We'd better stay sharp. The Anchor Stone is just ahead. Let's go activate it. Its energy has been reshaped by the Dark Tide. We'll need the Sentinel's power to purify it before activation.
It's pretty.
It's done. The terminal's comms should be restored. Let's contact Augusta.
Boss battle incoming, I believe. Could be wrong.
Yes, we saw it. The Anchor Stone has been activated. Sooner than expected.
My family's potions are ready. But please, a word. It's been crafted from the Threnodian's venom. Outside the corruption's reach, it induces hallucinations, warping your senses and clouding judgment. If you aren't immediately entering the Dark Tide, I advise you all not to drink it.
Ground defenses are holding. And no major fluctuations in the Dark Tide for now.
Everyone. Wait! An intense frequency suddenly. It's moving towards the Western Front.
Is this the best the mighty gladiators of Septimont can offer? A grand finale deserves grandeur. How can such a dull act satisfy the audience? Oh, yes! Now this is a scene fit for the final act.
Blades do not discriminate. Leave. This one's mine.
Oh, has Huanglong fallen so low, they now send a blind man to die?
Prisoner's Scar of Jinzhou. Surrender now. One strike is all it would take to end you. Surrender, and you may be spared pain.
Oh, in an epic play such as this, I refuse an early exit.
My orders were to bring you back, dead or alive. I never planned on bringing you back alive. Your head belongs to me.
You're too late, defender of Guanlong! Beneath the dark tide, it stirs once more! All hope will be swept away!
You talk too much. Nothing that won't heal. Behold this blade. Mandate calls. Judgment falls. Step forth.
Answer my call.
Too slow. Behold this blade. One strike. To settle it all.
All this time, your eyes fixed on the tide. Never once did you see the threat in the sky. Annihilation. Right on time!
Connection was cut off.
If you haven't recognized my playstyle's adaptability, mid-fight, I can adapt.
For Lova and Scar, their appearance was too well timed. Like they knew our strategy all along. Meanwhile, Cristoforo's just biding his time in the shadows.
Looks like it's just the two of us now, Rover.
We can't give up. Not as long as there's hope.
I'll fight by your side till the end. Look! The path to paradise is just ahead. We push through them. We're almost there. We'll make it.
The Dark Tide's influence is getting stronger. Are you alright, Abby?
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. I'll make it quick. More enemies.
The journeying paradise is just ahead.
Abby's frequency is weakening. I can barely sense it.
Stop yapping. It's so dizzy.
Leviathan's whispers.
Come up. Come up.
These voices.
Nothing left. All buried in ruins. The Montellis.
Maybe
No one
this is how
answered
it
my
ends
prayers.
for the Forsaken.
But my faith was always.
My head! It hurts!
My stomach.
Can't take it.
I punished me. Hear them.
I'm sorry.
Abby!
To disappear again. But this time, for nothing.
Aruna, who stands alone,
Enough!
is meaningless.
Welcome, Rover. A pleasure to see you again. Oh, no need to rush toward the abyss in such haste. Please, take your time to enjoy this interlude before the story meets its climax. Did Avidius's story stir sorrow and anger in your heart? By now, you must have realized that Renacita's fate was forged by the Sentinel. With that truth exposed, have you ever suspected that humanity's fate could also be the design of a higher being? A girl, born into a land ravaged by war. Tell me, why was she fated to stand? Who scripts such destinies? Who appoints such suffering? If fate, then perhaps it is we who must tear the old script and become...
No matter how noble your reason may sound, the crimes you've committed in Renacita are far too great to ever be forgiven.
Oh, I care little for my own fate. I am but a small footnote in this grand repertoire. One day, my role too will end, and And if that finale serves to bring the curtain down with perfection and grandeur, I'll gladly add it to the script. However, my moment on stage is yet to come. The spotlight now belongs to the people of Renacita.
You wrote Avidius and all of Renacita into a tragedy, just to prove a point. You speak of divinities with disdain, but the moment you took up that quill, you became no different. I don't trust you, or the quill in your hands.
Certainly. I do believe there is someone more worthy than I to wield it. We've invited you before, many times. Should you choose to accept, you would be the one to hold that quill. Unbound by Renacita's fate, and still you descend into the abyss alone, to aid in their defiance of fate. Aren't you merely playing the role of savior? I know you bear a power not of this world. It grants you a courage that borders on folly. But even so, Overthrax's power lies dormant within Abbey. A Threnodian's essence is one and the same. Should two such frequencies ever collide, Leviathan could use the Dark Tide to possess Abbey, merge with Overthrax, and eventually complete its rebirth.
I'm alright, Rover.
You've never questioned what Abbey, never paused to wonder why it grows dizzy each time it absorbs the Dark Tide. Perhaps once Abbey merges with Leviathan, it will recall what it once was and find its true self. If that's the risk you're prepared to take. Leviathan has long sought its harbinger, but you weren't its first choice. That role was meant for Augusta. Scepter of Paradise should have descended as I had written. Yet, the priestess's arrow, fired at the cost of her very existence, sent the story veering off script. Still, any script worth its ink must be able to adapt. Just a few careful strokes. We knew your plan from the beginning. As for Cartathea, the divinity that granted her a second life is dead. Do you truly believe her humanity alone can stand against Leviathan? Yes. Hope amid hardship. Alas, this interlude must end. Now then, show me. But if humanity cannot cross the threshold of the divine, life is but a walking shadow, and then, in the blink of a moment, is heard no more.
I believe in them, just as they believe in me.
Of course. You've always been the protagonist of our play. But what if the one we speak of, the one meant to end Leviathan?
What? So you're true to—
A special scene between her and our grand— But now take a brief rest. The stage is nearly set for your finale.
So, I was your true target all along.
Indeed. Another stalemate awaited him. And you, I Yes, Galbrena.
Do you count how many gemberries you've eaten for one with a lifespan like yours? Surely you know more than most.
You risked all to save those to choose to protect is one thing, but to do... You must have felt it. The cold.
So what?
Your frequency now entered my office still stand.
Ever since I got these wings, I don't need a haven or type.
Should you crave power, we shall grant it. Even that of the Frenodian. Should you seek to help, we shall guide mankind toward the future beyond all comprehension.
Sounds like something a hypocrite would say.
Mortal sight is too narrow to fathom our path.
So, you think you stand above humanity, huh? Whatever. I only need one reason to take you down. You're in my...
The tacit discords within you are gone. Now,
I've heard enough of this crap. You hide behind borrowed faces. I've risen from blood and inferno 1,000 times. Faced the monsters that lined up to devour me, and fought back without mercy. I broke Harpia's razor wings and tore out Balor's demon eye. Not even Dalahan's iron hooves could bring me to my knees. The dark tide cursed me long ago. I should have been dead, but here I stand. And you think one of your clones can stop me?
still clinging to hope. A sharp tongue may spark your courage, but it shall not change your end. And so be it.
We're already there, Schwarzloch. This blood... it should be enough. My flames could never reach you before. But now, it's time you pay for your arrogance. The hunt begins.
Your friends, they purify the corrupted frequencies.
Bullseye. May the flames light your way home.
You never never cease to surprise.
And here I thought you knew me well. A good hunter turns or did you misunderstand? I didn't become strong because of any of you. I was strong.
I wasn't referring to that. I was surprised to see the...
I didn't command them. They chose it of their own will. A hollow being like you wouldn't understand.
Even if you absorbed the corruption in their frequencies, it will not last. That Charon is but one mask the Grand Architect.
I know. That's why we have to move.
There was a battle near the Journeying Paradise.
Left.
There is no path.
Then I'll carve one out my... The Vitan's presence is growing stronger. Flamewing won't last much longer in the air. The Behold prey marked. Time to end it in one shot. I'll use the feather blade to weave through them while shooting. Chimera! Tear the space apart! Those ice blades stay dead forever. Next!
Sweet, sweet slaughter. I shall feast to my heart's content.
Stay sharp. All set to die? I'll kick the gates of hell open myself.
Slow down. I must savor the exquisite taste of their agony.
Through here. Judgments come. I'm here to bury you myself. Almost there.
Cool.
Rover!
You are too late. The purest dark tide has swallowed him, and the stairway to the paradise lies in... Run all you like. Your chance to save him is already lost.
If I believed in fate, I wouldn't have made it this far.
You think that little flame can burn me?
I know it's not enough. What?
You intend to unleash the tacit discords with those savage frequencies alone will destroy you before the dark.
I tamed him once. I can do it again. If saving him means we still have a shot at taking down Leviathan, I'll risk it all. My will. My everything.
Lunatic!
Let's see whose fire burns hotter. Don't tell me you're getting cold feet now.
Everything you have fought to keep will burn to ash.
Then let it burn! Time to make a choice again. Hunt with either way.
I called on you time and again to unleash your true power. And now, of all things, you would risk everything.
I would. No matter the cost.
Just as I foresaw, she arrives to save you from the abyss, a fleeting spark, kindled by all she once had. What awaits you now, roving outlander? And step onto the deserted stage.
How much time has passed? No path to take. No way to go. Wait. What's...
Death, those you cherish, but far more. Those who once stood by your side, you've already let slip away. Like raindrops into...
I will not forget them.
You've changed from who you once were. Still stubborn, as always. But now that you fear has made you weak. Go on then. Your destination lies just ahead. When the bustling stage quiets, all who played a part in your fate will take their leave. Only you remain for the final bow. From beginning to end, you've always walked alone. That is the truth you cannot escape. Abby's condition was written into our script long ago. Even if you strike Leviathan down, Abby can no longer serve as the vessel to seal Leviathan's essence. Only one variable slipped past our design. Her. The Revenant returned from the Dark Tide. She could have bridged your failing forces and brought Leviathan to its end, but the moment she gave up, your downfall was written. Hope scattered like ash. Oh, harbinger of the Dark Tide. You can save no one. What followed? No, not fond of how the story ended. Well, fortunately, you are not like the rest. You always wanted to be the savior. Now that chance...
Shut up, You don't buy his nonsense, do you? In the flesh. Took a few tricks, but I made it in. This is your mindscape. Leviathan, everyone has a mindscape. Some say when countless seas of consciousness. I've seen many places, but nothing quite like this. It must mean a lot to you.
But I saw Carlotta, Brant, everyone. And you. You were all just like in that illusion I had before.
Leviathan preyed on your deepest fear of losing the ones you care about. The ones who seem the strongest often fear loss the most. That's how Leviathan slips in. If you let it take hold, you'll never break free. In the end, your mind... So, you could say this place hangs between life and death. Your friends are here too, each of them fighting their own demons. But... Can you feel this?
Yes. It's... warm. And real.
There. Look up. When I hunt, I often travel through the night. The darkness is thick, but faint stars hang above to guide me. But those stars don't shine for me. Long before I even looked up, they'd already been watching over the sky. Leviathan has underestimated human resolve. To me, these gravestones, they're signposts left by the living for those still fighting. stars destined to burn out. They refuse to stop shining until the very end. There's always someone in the dark, giving their life to light the way and pass hope to those who follow. That's why, sometimes, all it takes is... I don't know your past, being scared of losing some. This isn't where it ends. But before that, take a look behind you. You've come a long way, changed a lot of lives. That's your past, but it's... Take this spark with you. Take the step. Through darkness, into the light. We will be right behind you.
New allies born from the perils of the high seas.
Good people
What
have
better
their
way
wishes
to begin
fulfilled.
an epic
Heroes
story?
appear in a time of crisis. Justice triumphs over evil, and united friends are undefeated.
The Codex reminds us, it is not the lighthouse that guides us through the storm to safety, but our own eyes fixed on
The
shore.
difference, though, is that you are a blade. A weapon that can break
Like I said, we seize control. Music itself holds no emotion. It's the heart that grants it meaning.
A person of true character should never be defined by an inanimate blade.
Even if one day you meet defeat, remember this. Those you've helped will never let you face it alone.
I've been thinking. Our final fate might already be written, but how we walk that path is up to us. We as humans are meant to carve
A civilization's glory is forged by generations of brave souls.
The waves of resistance shall never cease.
Mankind
will not be
The
oppressed.
power to ride our fate has always been ours. Even without guidance, even when divinity falls silent, civilization will find its own way.
You have no role in Rinascida's destiny.
You have no reason to carry on this fight. We carry the Dark Tide's memories.
We command both light and shadow! Did you really think you could stand against us alone?
Steel yourself. Defy the prophecy. Rise above fate again. If the road ahead is dark, then let this soul...
Be the spark that lights the night.
Well said. You are not alone, because we are here with you. Where the dark night ends, lies the blazing sun. We all made it, Rover.
It's just a scratch. Glad to see you're all right. As for that grand architect, the spirits will guide.
She burned her own life force to her true forte has always been inside her. And as her blazing, I took on some of the cost of her overclocking. I admit.
She saved me. But you saved me.
Maybe it wasn't really a gamble this time. I knew you wouldn't stand by and let me die.
Then slay Leviathan and prove I was right about you.
Finally recognize me, Augusta?
I almost didn't. You've changed a lot. But the warmth in that resonance ability, that I could never forget.
Glad to see we both stay true to who we are. But we can catch up later. For now, how did you all make it here?
Just as we were about to take the potion and enter the Dark Tide, the Fraxidus triggered its surge. Leviathan pulled us into its illusion.
But the echoes swallowed by the Dark Tide protected us. They bought us the time we needed to drink it.
The echoes of Renacida can sense human frequencies. When we reach out in hope, they answer us with hope.
But even with their help and the potion, we're still far from our goal. We fought through the illusions, but we still need an anchor to open a path to the journeying paradise.
I have an idea. If Leviathan found its anchor of reality to summon the Tidespawn into our world,
We follow suit and find an anchor of hope to find a way out of the world of the Dark Tide.
And who better for that than you, Rover?
Even in the depths of despair, you held on to hope. That unwavering faith makes you worthy of being our anchor of hope.
and the unbreakable tether we share is what led us to you.
The Dark Tide showed us your memories. We know that Kartithia planned her own death to plant humanity into Leviathan.
That's the Threnodian's chrysalis, Leviathan's gestation pod. It's expanding the rift, bleeding into our world. I thought dividing us would make us easy prey.
Then it felt wrong. What could things be on my side? I was looking for you.
Mission accomplished, Captain.
Rise from Hellfire!
Quickly and swiftly.
Child's play. We handled it ages ago, obviously.
Just a scratch.
No time to lick your wounds.
Wind calls, waves follow. The wicked will face judgment.
Gotcha.
Good.
Careful. The platform is
Orlai?
She just stabilized the distortion.
What about the others?
We're good! The Lioness of Glory caught us! The Dragon of Dirge lent its...
All right.
All right.
Mortals must seek salvation. Mortals must follow a uniform creed. Now, Righteous One, open the gate to ascension.
You are not her. Reveal yourself, Leviathan.
I am the beginning and the end, the first breath and the final sigh. I have ever been Renacita's sole divinity. By my gospel alone didst thou arise, united and reborn. And now thou dare lift thy hand against me. Fleur-de-Lis, once more the crown is thine. Return to my embrace. Now, faithless heretics, kneel and receive thy judgment. Imperator's power is mine to command.
Is Imperator's path of separation?
How can this be? This vessel carries the frequencies Leviathan split from its body. Every blow we land here wounds Leviathan itself. Bathe in flames.
Careful! Stop right there!
So long as we stand, we can still bring Cardathia back.
I am the Tempest! Keep it together.
I am the beginning.
You are safe with me.
Mm-hmm. Can I move?
Your turn, Augusta. My blade calls. Behave now.
Annihilation! The wicked will face judgment! One more time. Hopefully this helps.
You can't escape me. I'll show you.
The gates of hell!
Behave now. Fight fire with fire.
Let strength speak!
Wind calls, waves follow. The wicked will face wind howls, unfettered by bounds.
Ice shall come.
One more time.
Gotcha.
Stand tall! Your captain's got your back.
Not quite. I want to.
The wicked will face judgment.
Hear my decree. Fleur-de-Lis, youth, death.
Rover, now!
It's reaching for the chrysalis to restore its frequencies.
I'll handle it.
Thank you, everyone. It worked. I'm back!
Fleur-de-lis! Wilt thou cast aside thy godhood once more?
I stand here in the name of humanity. If my humanity alone can't sway you, then we will defeat you together.
Thou dare pit mortal will against the divine. Then behold, the deepest abyss of despair!
People of Renacita, please hear my call. Unite with all your will and hope.
Feeble resistance. The fate of Renacita is mine to decree!
Even the Trinodian's chrysalis turned into a weapon. So you're ready to take a final stand. Ha! Too bad! That won't bring us down!
The light of hope has pierced the dark tide. Leviathan, your doom is inevitable.
My gospel shall resound across the tides for eternity!
Still trying to corrupt us with your whispers.
It's the people of Renacita. They're seeing for us. Even in the depths of despair, the song of hope echoes. Hear it well, Leviathan. This is your requiem.
No matter the suffering, our courage carries us onward. This is the hymn of humanity!
Insolence! My will suffereth no defiance!
Come, listen to the music in the dream.
This is my kingdom!
Every crime you committed will be answered in full!
Our tomorrow isn't yours to shape. No matter how great your power, do not presume.
Leviathan, may you now be bound by the weight of humanity's hopes.
Abraxas! Why hast thou betrayed us?
It's trying to absorb the dark tide.
I'll split the gem from its physical form.
Time to finish this.
Our paths were never truly opposed. One day, they shall cross again. Remember this. We were once your waystones.
Righteous one, raise the lantern in your hand. Within it lies the will of every primus of the Order, from Napoli II to my own resolve and atonement. Let its light banish this final darkness. Rinascita will surely know a lasting dawn.
This calamity ends here. For good.
That Primus got what he wanted. He fulfilled the fate he desired for Rinascita. The Threnodians' creatures have been defeated. They never broke through our defenses. With the dark tide now receding, it seems that all is resolved. I only played a small part. It was the courage of these warriors that truly held the line. Now that you have returned safely, I'll continue with my mission.
Scar from the Fraxidus. Did he escape again?
Unfortunately, yes. I see you didn't catch the mastermind either.
That Cristoforo got away. But don't worry, I will hunt him down.
That Fraxidus. The calamity has passed, but our city-states are weakened. We must rebuild, recover. We cannot join this hunt.
Survivors deserve more attention than criminals who deserve to die.
Rest assured, we're not forgetting this transgression.
Thank you, heroes of Rinascita.
Is that Cartathia's voice? Hey! Cartathia! You're welcome!
Oh, I'm back to myself now. Let's meet in Raguna City, righteous one.
Defeating Leviathan was just the start of Rinasita's new era. There's plenty of cleanup work ahead for everyone.
Each day to come holds more hope than the last.
Septimont will have many matters demanding our attention. Raguna will be no different.
Leave Septimont to us. Raguna's problems, well, they're looking a lot more complicated than ours.
Once everything is settled, will you come home to Septimont City?
I will.
We will meet again, heroes.
Phoebe?
Huh?
Is everything all right? You looked like you were somewhere else just now.
Oh, I was just thinking how the Blessed Maiden's voice sounded just like the heavenly voice during the Carnival. So, I was wondering about the Sentinel's messages we heard before. Was it? Do you think their advice, consume healthy food, such as the loris salad? Huh?
This calamity has passed, but now Raguna must face a harsh truth. Primus Fenrico gave his life to stop the Dark Tide, and the Sentinel is gone. For the Ragunesi, what fills their hearts now is likely sorrow and uncertainty. But at the same time,
Lady Carlotta, we've finished tallying all our losses. Here's the full report for your review.
Thank you. Secure all salvageable relief supplies first. The remaining personnel should assist the Phasadeas in treating the wounded.
Rosemary has already dispersed the family's medicine in mist form. Thanks to that, treatment has been smoother than expected. The injured will be tended to shortly.
Repairs on the Genesis Nexus are still underway, but some damaged common echoes are already operational again.
Leave the residual dark tide frequencies to me.
All right, crew, come lend a hand.
Pero's got a whole mountain of tools over here. Like this rapid adhesive gun. If
If you're having trouble restoring the damaged buildings, Mr. Fulmine and I can help using our fortes.
If Imperator were here, they'd be happy to see this.
Imperator once said, "Let the winds of the past depart. The ships of this new era no longer need their guidance. No longer shall scroll and prophecy bind, but by humanity's will shall a new era be forged." I've now truly returned from the dead. Blessed Maiden! Please, just call me Cardathea. Renacita's divinity is no more, and with it, the Blessed Maiden chosen by the Divine. Phoebe, your faith in the Sentinel has never wavered, nor has it been blind. It stems not from obedience, but from a deep belief in their deeds and ideals. Imperator once led the displaced to these isles, yet what allowed the Ragunasi to stand firm upon the sea was not divine favor, but their own efforts. The statue in the city was built in their likeness, but it was the people who gave shape to the faith it stands for. Faith once united us. It was also what drove us to seek liberation. The path of civilization is never fixed. It shifts with what's being demanded at present.
And it's the people of a civilization who decide what they demand.
As it was in the beginning, and ever shall be. Everyone has their tasks to do.
I want you to have this, Phoebe. Imperator entrusted me with this relic. Within it is Renacita's past, and its future.
Renacita's future? Oh, but it's empty! Where is the recorded future?
The future is already in your hands.
I see. Thank you.
From now on, perhaps I no longer need to hide who I really am. So, I'll join in.
Sign me up.
Disaster recovery in Raguna City is nearly complete.
You're welcome. By the
Miss Galbrenna?
Hello. I'll have one fantastic fizz and freeze gelato. Extra large. Thanks. They say if you mix mint, viscum berries, mastic nuvola, and cream in just the right proportion, you get a gelato that's not only packed with flavor, but sharp and cool enough to clear your head.
Okay. But how are you feeling with that thing in you? We've wrapped everything up here. Best we get to the Black Shore soon.
Everything's fine. Chimera's keeping it stable. Nothing to worry about. Though ever since I absorbed that essence, Chimera...
I said nothing.
Hey, I'm human too, you know. I'm allowed to want good food. Never mind.
Abby, time to dig in. Miss Margarita, one extra large 40-astic fizz and freeze gelato, please. Thank you.
Right away. You helped Renesita through its darkest hour. Now it's my turn to make... Here you go. Double the scoop on the house.
Oh, I can't manage this on my own. Want to split it? You don't have to carry it all yourself. Sometimes it's okay to lean on someone else. Wasn't that your line? So, one side each?
Ugh, finally full.
Oh, one wish fulfilled.
Yeah, the ship should have docked by now.
He's the leader of the ghost towns. Strong, ruthless, not someone to cross lightly. I teamed up with him once. He tried to recruit me, but I'm used to it. They've got quite the network. I got that lantern.
He seems intimidating, but I think he's all right.
If you ever find yourself in the new Federation, you'll probably get to know him better.
This game is asking me to, like, do so many things. That was a bit buggy.
Well now, Rover! Looks like Renesita's been tied up with a neat little bow. The other Bloom Bears have already headed back to rest. They burned through every drop of strength out there. Once we've handed out the Threnodian's gem to Tethys, I might even allow myself.
If it weren't for the Black Shores, we'd have been completely ensnared by Leviathan's schemes. On behalf of the people of Renesita, please accept our deepest gratitude.
This is what the Black Shores does. We're just glad we earned our keep.
This might be the first real conversation we've had since everything ended. Thank you very much, Galbrenna. It's a shame I'm not able to absorb the Threnodian's gem. Not in my current state.
It would throw your power completely out of balance. Better to leave it with me. And really, I couldn't have done all this alone.
Still, if you hadn't come to kill me, we never could have.
Honestly, pulling off a fake assassination in front of two powerful resonators without flinching or getting caught? Yes. Not exactly a walk in the park. Luckily, with a clear target, there's always a way to make the shot land. I didn't need to take you on, just sell the scene. Blessed Maiden down in one. Easy enough.
What? No praise for my performance. I was planning to use this whole affair as a play for next year's Carnival. Would you like to join us, Galbraith? The Sentinel once said, they didn't want the people to mourn their passing with sorrow. What they truly will be inviting our friends from Septimont too. I do hope you'll all come, including you, Righteous One. Then it's settled. If you dare skip it, I'll drag you there myself.
Dang. It's crazy.
But for now, it looks like it's time for goodbyes. At least for now.
The Order will soon elect a new Primus. From now on, Raguna's affairs will no longer be decided by the Order alone. Instead, the Montelli and Phasalia families will help to guide decisions, together with the voice of the people.
We will begin addressing the wrongs the Order has committed. Raguna's future belongs in the hands of its people. It will be led by their shared will.
Our family will also continue expanding Rinasita's overseas trade routes. Perhaps one day we'll cross paths again in a distant land.
And should you ever return to Rinasita, know this. You will always be our most honored guest and dearest friend.
Not just us, but these little echoes too. We'll hold this bond close. Always.
If you ever visit any fascinating places, promise you'll tell me all about it. I'll turn your adventures into verse and have them sung across Rinasita.
Rover, remember not to overdo it. Eat when you're supposed to. And don't forget, life is meant to be enjoyed.
To meet and to part is a part of life. So please accept this blessing I offer in my own name. May your eyes always shine bright with clarity, and may love and light guide you on every step of your journey.
This wide, free world has always been your stage. Wherever you go, I believe you'll always shine as its brightest star.
Ha! See, Augusta? Told you we'd make it in time. Septimont's mess is mostly sorted now. The Senate can deal with the rest. We don't do rush goodbyes around here, no matter how far.
You, my fellow warrior, are someone worth chasing. Next time we meet, you'll be even stronger. As will I. I'll be a gladiator.
Your strength comes from deep in your heart, unshakable and selfless. Fighting by your side has been an honor. This world will never forget what you...
And don't go forgetting us either. Got it? We're throwing a huge celebration in...
It's Cetus the Tidebreaker. Are you here to see our cat?
Maybe it's more than just a farewell. I think the Tidebreaker wants to escort you on your...
So, till we meet again,
How's everything going?
Good news and bad. The Threnodian's gem has been successfully contained. Tethys is already. However, the gem we've recovered was incomplete. We're still investigating the cause. But look, successfully containing a gem infused with the Threnodian's power? No small feat. It's already a huge step. If the Threnodian is truly bound to civilization, who's to say another one won't return to Rinascita in some new form? Still, even if that happens, it won't be reclaiming this piece of its power. That gives us a window to prepare. Rinascita, the land of echoes. If tacit discords can be manually converted into echoes and become tools to fight the lament, then maybe the Threnodian might also be something we could transform. Heck, maybe even use. But that's all theorizing, best kept to caffeinated hours. For now, we'll need to wait until Tethys completes its analysis before.
Well, I'm glad it helped. I'll be on my way then.
Hey, Rover. She's got real skill. Moves like she's already part of our rhythm. This kind of synergy doesn't come knocking twice. What do you say?
Everyone in the Black Shores has made it their mission to stand against the Lament. Our goals are the same, and we've been walking the same path from the start. I know you're not the type who likes being tied down by titles. But just remember this. You're not fighting it alone. So, this flower marks you as one of us. Whether you join us or not, if you ever run into trouble out there, the Black Shores will have your back.
I see. Oh, one more thing. My last terminal gave out after I used it too much. Think the Black Shores could lend me a new one?
Lend? Please. You break it, you come get a new one.
Thanks. Well then, till next time. Angel. That's my real name.
Angel? Huh. Such a beautiful name.
Hold on a sec. You're not planning to jump into the sea, are you? I could get you a boat!
Don't worry about her. Nothing's stopping that one. No storm and no raging sea.
You do love to make a person wait, don't you? Still, breaking me out right under Mingting's nose without setting off a single alarm. Delicious. Tell me, how did you come up with that little idea?
Let's just say it was inspired by the Somme Noir. Imagination, after all, remains humanity's sharpest blade.
As the dark tide spread and I was pulled in deeper, the mark of the dark tide you left in me allowed my frequency to merge with it.
Of course. And through Leviathan's power, I was able to read that frequency and depict you back into reality. Leviathan's power of assimilation blurs the line between imagination and existence, turning fiction into fact. But of course, none of it would have worked until Leviathan slipped the Sentinel's leash
and reclaim the reins of the Dark Tide. It cost more time than I'd have liked, but everything unfolded exactly as you scripted. Such precision, such devotion. Bravo.
A trial, nothing less. Civilization's infancy must come to an end. So long as humanity remains cradled in the Sentinel's arms, it will never walk, let alone evolve. That is why I wrote this final act. And those who cannot transcend their limits and overcome their lesser natures will remain imprisoned by their own making. Well, such souls deserve no salvation.
No souls deserve salvation. Why even try? This world was born from chaos and exists in disorder. The only winning move is to be worse, wilder, to out-chaos the chaos. Every noble act of salvation only makes chaos hungrier. You want to destroy to save, but me? I want to save to destroy.
You sound disappointed in how this story...
Did I say that? Your stories have always been a treat. Screaming crowds drowning in despair, a world tearing at the seams. Every collapse, every unraveling. Chef's kiss. If they cannot overcome the pain, then let them fall straight into the ending I want. An eternity of chaos and suffering. That's why I chose to work with you, dear playwright. Speaking of which, quill bearer who toys with hearts, your sins weigh as heavy as mine. Tell me, where will your ending play out?
It has already been written into the script. But until I reach it, as long as breath remains in me, I will haunt the stage like a phantom. A reminder that one must always look forward. Sharpen thyself and temper thy soul.
Oh, Rover wasn't wrong about you. You really are a cruel, extreme man. Sometimes I think you might be even more insane than I am.
Insanity, reason, or something in between. All our choices born of free will, and only through free will can we defy the surging tides of fate. That is why we both seek to change it. For beneath such tides, no one is content to remain merely a humble servant.
You lost the gem I
Forgive me, but haven't we already seized? You see, even the beyond forged from Leviathan's power couldn't endure. It fell short of the perfection, but if you wish to try again,
Tell me, how much of it remains within you?
Not much, but enough to make use of.
I fulfilled my promise to complete your finale. Let this be the last note of our symphony.
As you wish. My sincerest gratitude for your wonderful performance, Lady Filova. May you find the strength to create the beyond you once envisioned.
If this world truly cannot change, perhaps I will seek a new path for myself.
Huh. Who would have thought someone as stubborn as she would learn to adapt? But, Grand Architect, are you really going to let her walk off and do as she pleases?
Of all of us, you are the last one with any right to judge her for following her whim.
Judge? You wound me. I'm far more faithful to my indulgences than she ever was. No, 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 no. I just want to tag along and add a few more flourishes to her symphony.
There are still greater matters at all, so that human... A goal Next, it is time we turn our gaze to our...
I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared...
Well, guys, it's been an interesting update, and honestly, pretty hyped for the next one. But before I go anywhere, let's try to do a poll, see if we get her. Probably not, but you know, gotta try. Be better if I just went bottom. Ooh, it's back! Hello? Alright. Yeah, here we go. Might have enough for one more. I got enough for that. Nope, not lucky enough. I got it. It's fine, it's fine. Let's do a poll on this. No, 7 polls. More. Okay. Last one. It's purple. A sword. Okay. I can't complain about a sword. Cannot complain about a sword.
I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind.
I should try to smile more, you say? Like this?
Alright. Cool, cool, cool. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this very long video and this new update for Wuthering Waves. And it's your boy, Daily Games, out. See y'all in the next one. Peace, everybody.